Hi, welcome to the Gamesplainer. I'm Jeff the Gamesplainer, and today I'm Gamesplaining Head Chef. In the first video I talked you through the rules for Head Chef. I'm now going to have a quick game, or part of a game. I've set it up for 2 players, so for the yellow and for the blue. Blue will be the first player, which means that yellow will start with 1 ingredient card in his hand. The character cards have been chosen, so for the blue player, I have selected the hippie, which he gets to return 1 ingredient back to his hand whenever he plays a food. And for the yellow player, I've selected the fortune teller, which means once per turn, the yellow player may use an action cube to draw 2 cards and keep one and get rid of the other one. So let's begin. Blue will start by drawing a card. He's picked up cheese. That's no good to him unless he can get bread and meat. He'll do it again, which gets him some meat. Still no good to him unless he can get some bread. Do a third one, which is meat again. So you might as well spend the 4th one to pick up 1 more. And the cheese again. So he's got 2 meats, 2 cheese. He's got a hand of 4, so he doesn't need to discard anything. But that's no good to him yet. Yellow is starting with onion. So I might just leave them open so we can see them. He'll take 1 for an action cube. He'll spend another action cube to use his special ability, which is grab 2 and discard 1 of them. So he's picked up onion and cheese, so he's going to discard the onion because he already has 1 of them. He'll use 1 more action cube to pick up a card, which is once again cheese. He can't play anything off that because he really needs meat, so once again he'll use an action cube to pick up 1 more card, which is also onion. So he needs to discard a card, so he'll throw that onion out, giving the blue player a chance to pick that onion up, which blue player is going to do. So he'll spend 1 action point to pick up that onion. So he really needs bread for himself to be able to create a sandwich. So 1 action card. He'll pick up meat again, no good to him. 1 more. Once again, picks up onion, also no good to him. Look, he might as well go 1 more. He's got his bread that he's been so desperately trying to get, but he doesn't have any more action cards, so he's going to hang on to these 4, which gives him a completed sandwich for 4 points, but he has to discard the rest of these cards. Yellow has the option of purchasing any of those cards. Yellow really actually needs meat, so he will grab the meat for 1 action point. So yellow will once again use his fortune teller ability to grab 2 cards and discard 1 of them. He's picked up 2 meats, so he'll hang on to a meat and discard the other. These are in the discard pile. Grab 1 more card, which is another bread. And now he can start actually spending stuff. So he's going to use the last action cube he has to create a sandwich, which will be worth 4 points. So he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's worth 4 points. Back across to Blue's turn. Blue now also has a sandwich, but he thinks he can probably do better, so he's going to start picking up for 1, which gives him meat. He'll pick up a second one, which gives him onions. He's now going to play that food, which is a sandwich, and gives him 4 points as well. Move that along to the 4. And being the good hippie that he is, he's able to take 1 of the elements back. So he's actually going to recycle the bread back into his hand. He now has 3 ingredient food, which is the hot dog, and is worth 2 points. So he can, with his other action token, play the hot dog, which is worth 2 points. And once again, he returns something to his hand. He might return the onion to his hand. So the yellow player is really looking for some pretty good stuff. So what he's going to do is he's going to spend a card to double dip, and he'll pick up 4 cards from the deck. So he's used that for the turn. He's not going to be able to use that again, which is why we turn it over. The 4 cards he's picked up are these 4. So that sauce will go really nicely there. He really needs a number 3 to be able to create that food, and same with this. So he really needs 2 onion cards at the moment to be able to do anything. So he'll keep turning. There's another sauce. This could be problems for him. Now he knows that the hippie has an onion because he saw him pick it up. So what he's going to do is he's going to use that to steal. Hippie shows him the only card he has, so he will steal that, and then he'll use his last token to actually play. So play the pizza, which is worth 5 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that moves back across. Blue has 0 cards in his hand, so he really needs to pick some up. He might actually double dip to grab 4 cards straight off. Now he's picked up an egg, so he needs to actually start working towards being able to do the burger. He needs a 2 and a 4 to be able to actually do that. He'll pick up 1 more card, which is a meat. That will go into his hand nicely. He needs the number 4, which is the cheese. He might actually do the order up, so he's able to turn over the next 4 cards and take the one that he wants, hoping that there's a cheese in there, which there isn't. So that's really not going to help him out. So instead he'll take the extra onion into his hand and start working on that for next time. The other player gets a chance to purchase something with a card, but he doesn't wish to, so the rest of them go onto the discard pile. He has 1 action left, so he's going to create the hot dog for 2 points with his last action cube, and he will take back the meat into his hand. So he's got a hand of 4, which is okay, and he'll sit on that for next time. And his hot dog gave him 2 points. 1, 2. Okay, looking at this hand, he could really work hard to get a number 3, which is the onion, and that would give him a 5-point meal. But if he gets any more than 1 point, those points are wasted. So yellow is going to spend 1 action cube to play the bread and meat, which is a hot dog. That gives him his 1 point. He now puts 1 cube on the cafe, and now he's got 2 more action points to be able to move past the cafe. So he will use 1 to do his special ability, which is grab 2 cards and return 1. He actually kind of needs both of them, so he's going to hang on to the onions and hopefully pick up bread and meat in the next couple of turns. There's his bread. So he's working really well towards the pizza, and he can continue on. He has 4 maneuvers left to go. He really needs to pick up some bread, which is the number 1, and some cheese, which is the number 4, in order to be able to fulfill this. So we'll start there. He's picked up the bread. Now, he's noticed that he's only 2 points away from his stop point. So if he actually does get this 7-pointer with that 1 extra card of the cheese, those extra points are going to be lost until he's past the cafe. So he will instead just play that particular food now, which is the hot dog for 2 points. Being the hippie, so here's his 2 points. Being the hippie, he gets to take something back, so he'll take the onions back into his hand. The other 2 get discarded. He has the extra cube to be able to affect the cafe. He will now pick up another card, which is the bread, and same again, 1 more card, which again is bread. He doesn't need the bread, so he's going to discard that. Yellow doesn't need bread, so he's going to allow that to be totally discarded and not purchased. I think that's probably far enough. You've got an idea of how the game runs and what to watch out for. So if you have any comments or suggestions, please write them below. If you have any games that you wish to be Gamesplayed, please shoot me an email at thegamesplainer@gmail.com. Please subscribe to my videos to keep up to date with the games that I'm gamesplaining. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter to see what games I'm playing. And until next time, enjoy gaming.